Ahoy hoy and welcome to Moltile on Overwatch, and this video will be discussing PC testing and an update on how the PC is going. This audio is post-recorded and basically the video is a general chat on where my PC build is at the moment while we're watching a bit of recorded footage on the system before it's been overclocked. As you can see here, we are on Watchpoint Gibraltar. So this is recorded on the new build called the USS Defiant. I will have a link to the actual build specs in the description. And I've built this up on pcpartpicker, and first and foremost I definitely recommend using a site like this which does compatibility checks with like the sizes of your cases and the hardware as well, the compatibility of that. Oh, just so you're aware, we are playing random heroes on the video at the moment. As you can see, I got Genji and his quite nice green skin. So, to get onto it, so this is the USS Defiant, and basically it's going to be my editing, coding and gaming build. I went with a sort of a mix between high-end and price to performance ratio. I would recommend, if you aren't going to be doing editing or coding or any sort of high performance things, I would divert money into getting beefier graphics card, which I plan to do in the future. But I would also maybe go for a different processor, one that doesn't need as many threads and such, because you won't be utilizing them with games, so there really isn't much point anyway. So let's just dive in right to the specs as I do a little thank you in game. And Widow, do I finish her off? Oh, this is not good. That was very messy. Come on, Moltile. Clearly you need to practice a bit more with the Genji. Yeah, he definitely is not one that I normally play. But we'll carry on in. CPU, I went with AMD this time. It is one of the new Ryzen 7 ones. I actually went with the lower model of the 1700. So you have three options in the Ryzen 7 series. You've got the 1700, 1700X, and the 1800X. So I went with the 1700 because I knew I was going to attempt a pretty hefty overclock in the future, which I still yet to do. So I'm going to be documenting that once I have some other videos out, and then I can get to fiddling. So with that, I have paired up Cooler Master Master Liquid Pro. This is the 240 range. So it's an all-in-one liquid cooler, so that means that I don't have to be fussing with pipes or leaks or anything like that. It's an all-in-one system. Now one of the reasons why this got delayed, the build got delayed as much as it did, was because I was waiting on metal brackets for this. And I thought I'd done my research and things looked fine, and I thought the metal bracket that I needed for it was available, but it wasn't available until something like the 17th of May, and I had already bought all my parts as well, and again, with all of these items, I had done quite a bit of research into price to performance, and this one seemed to get very good reviews, easy to work with. I thought it looked quite nice. I have been going for a sort of blue lighting effect within the system. It's only a minor thing because the motherboard we'll be getting to that is black and white, and it has I think some RGB elements. That wasn't a main concern, but I was just trying to tie things together by making it more blue than anything else, because I think also that the blue, because I have this in the spare bedroom, so it's like a spare bedroom office. There is a bed in here, and I feel like the blue lighting helps, so it's not as harsh as some of the other things. But anyway, the build got delayed a bit because of the bracket that I needed. I'll have more to say on the actual build itself probably at another time, but so we'll move on down the list. We have Thermal Grizzly. This is just the thermal paste that I bought. I watched some person do a roundup of, I think it was more than 10. I'm nearly sure it was like 20 odd. But again, hopefully I'll have that video in my write-up, where the person went through loads and loads of thermal paste, and this one seemed to be a good price to performance ratio again. And it wasn't that expensive, so I was happy enough to go for it. Even though you get provided thermal paste with Cooler Master, and I have thermal paste somewhere else in the house, it wasn't such a big deal. So on to your motherboard. So I went with the ASRock X370. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Taichi, T-A-I-C-H-I. Taichi ATX, and it's again for the MD4 chipset, which is the Ryzen one that I have. The X370 is for overclocking, and I watched a couple of people use it in their builds as well as the capabilities of overclocking, and it seemed to work out very well. So again, we're still coming back to the whole price to performance and getting good reviews and things. As again, you know, I need to be quite careful with the money. So memory was a bit different, and I was very conflicted about this for a while. What I wanted was the motherboard has 4 RAM slots, and what I wanted to have is the ability to upgrade at a later date by you know, adding more memory. So I wanted to use 2 slots this time round, but I wanted 32 gigabytes to start off with. For again, I was trying to make the best type of editing and coding and all that sort of kipper machine that I could at the moment. So I wanted to go all out with the memory, so I didn't have to think about it for a while. When I wanted to think about it, I could just buy 2 more strips, and that should hopefully work out well. So my problem was most 16 gigabyte strips were not like approved. They hadn't done any testing with it, and anywhere I looked, the batches of RAM were always you know, I would be looking up 16 gigabyte strips, and it would be like sets, two sets of 8 and all this sort of caper, and then I was starting to look for like 32 you know, 32 like a full set together. And then they would be doing, you know, 4 8s instead of 2 16s and all that sort of caper. Finally settled on G-Skill Ripjaw's V-Series, and 2 of those, 16 gigabyte strip, DDR4, and it is 3200 memory for it. Now, it is not running at that speed yet. I still need to do overclocking with it. I think it got knocked all the way down to 2100, 2700, something in that bracket. So it got knocked down a fair bit, but again, I'm very pleased with that. It just worked straight off the bat. Storage wise, I decided to go with an M.2 SSD solid state drive, and I was going to go with Crucial, but and the reviews seemed grand on it and everything, but as one of my friends, when I was talking to him, he was saying that he used to deal with a lot of you know, components and such. Anyway, sorry. So he was saying that with the SSDs, in his work, they had bought in a load of Crucial hard drives. Solid state drives, and there was a massive fail rate on them, and he would recommend going for something else. And he listed off a couple of companies. I had bought Western Digital products before as well, and I think they have the parent company as well that I've bought from. What is it? Kingston? Oh no, I can't remember offhand, sorry. But Western Digital is the one I went for. So this, and it was about the same price. It was literally a tenner, within a tenner range. I think it was maybe about £10 more expensive. So that bought that. I had previously bought my video card, my graphics card, before getting all the rest of the stuff, because I knew that I could basically have the performance in my old PC by doing this upgrade, and then I could utilize it later on. So it is a Radeon. So it's a Sapphire built one, and it is an RX 480 8GB, and it is using the standard sort of setup for it, which is like a single fan intake blower type thing. I got a Plantix case, mid-tower case, ATX of course. Very pleased with that. Got a blue LED on the front as well, and lots of space to make upgrades to. The power supply went overkill with this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing overclocking, and I'm going to be adding in lots of drives and such at the end. So I went with 1000 watt and 80 plus platinum certified. So you know, high quality as well. Of course, Windows 10, because things have to move that direction. Have to leave Windows 7 behind, even though it breaks my heart. And then got a new monitor as well, which is a ViewSonic 1920 by 1080, and I think the thing is 70 Hertz. So that is a general rundown of the components at the moment, and I will get back to you on how overclocking goes. So thank you very much for watching. Links are below to all the bits: Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, etc. If you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And you can do this via the comments or directly with me on Twitter. And I hope you're all having a great day. Be excellent to one another, and I'll see you soon. Boopdadeboop.